Hello everyone, how's it going today? This is Todd Walters, Platinum Coach, Craig Proctor Real Estate Coaching. Hope everybody's doing super duper. Selling a bunch of houses. You know, it is the end of the year though, and I know that this time of year always brings interesting things. And let me give you a kind of a rundown while we get settled here and what I mean by interesting things. A lot of real estate agents out there believe that this time of year is meant for not selling houses, nor spending money on marketing or advertising. So they lay up, right? They believe that, well, you know, it's the holidays and people just aren't going to be moving around and all that kind of stuff. Well, here's what Craig and I found over the years is that during December and going into January, like our businesses were up, you know, over the previous time the year before. And of course, that was primarily due to the fact that we exploited the fact that most real estate agents laid up. They didn't run ads. You know, they didn't spend money on marketing and advertising. They kind of folded up their tent, whatever you want to call it. And so, you know, we got more calls. Now, that's not to say that, you know, we may get less response to an ad than we did, say, in April. But it was still pretty good because the majority of other real estate agents went away. Now, it didn't stop there. It was also the month for business planning and strategizing. So let me give you an example. I would, and Craig Proctor taught me how to do this, and we talked about this on our last webinar together with Craig, myself, and the Platinum members, you know, on strategic business planning, setting up your business to make a quantum leap for the following year. Well, we did that in December. So take a couple of days and basically leave the office and take some key people with us somewhere and to a local hotel room or, you know, conference room at the hotel rather, and sit there and plan it out. Okay, let's look at what we did this year, how things went, and, you know, so that was going on as well. So I would caution everyone, and let's be fair. There's a lot of you on today's webinar. We have a lot of members that are attending. Okay, so it's obvious that you're not, quote, laying up, like you're working. Okay, and you're dadgum determined here to make sure that 2015 is a big year for you, make quantum leap. So I wouldn't expect anything less from you guys. I really wouldn't. But I'm just letting you know, like, this is the time you can really get after it and grab huge market share by the end of the year. Look, I know that the closings that you're having in the month of December, they're pretty much a direct result of what happened in the months of September, October, and November, like what you guys did then. All right, that's reflective of this month. You know, were you signing buyer agreements? Have you been out showing houses and that sort of thing? Okay, so on the second week of the month, typically the second Tuesday of every month on average, we do this webinar, this training call here that I call the Platinum Lead Conversion Training. All right, so its purpose is to get you and anybody on your team that's responsible for converting leads to appointments. Like, let's have at it. Let's talk, and let's see if we can do a better job of turning the leads that we're getting into appointments. I believe we can. That's where the money is. I mean, think about it. I mean, if you're getting 3 appointments a day as an inside sales agent, and, you know, that's 15 a week. That's pretty good. Okay, what happens if you can add another 3 appointments to it? So now you go from 15 to 18. Right, well, that's a big deal, man. So look, that's only going to happen if you work at getting better at converting the leads. Okay, so that's what these calls are for. It's a little bit of inside, a little bit of outside, and a whole lot of lead conversion training, everything associated with it. Okay, so what I would like to do today is get you dialed into that. I want to do some role playing. So up in the upper right-hand corner of your screen is your control panel. So what I want you to do in your control panel is raise your hand, and you can see how to do that there. Click a couple of buttons, you see how to raise your hand, and what that'll do is that'll let me know that I can open up your microphone, okay, and I can hear you, you can hear me, and we'll role play right through some of the leads that you're dealing with right now and deal with some of the issues that you're getting. Okay, so I'm going to try to set this up. Oh, on your screen there, I circled in the beginning. I guess I could do that again. Hang on, let me do that again. All right, right here. Check this out. You should be able to see that on your screen. The Platinum OSA Workshop coming up January 24th and 25th in Orlando, Florida. As a matter of fact, right before I jumped on with you guys, I was talking to Kim Proctor, you know, who handles the logistics and setup and all that kind of stuff. And this is going to be a very good workshop. To call it an OSA workshop is a misnomer. This is a business building 2-day workshop. So if you're a Platinum member and you've got some key men, outside sales guys, and you guys are downright wanting to double, triple your sales here this coming year, you want to make a quantum leap, you need to be here. Okay, I will guarantee you that it will be some of the best business building 2 days that you've ever done. I'll give you an example. We're going to do some live, how should we say this, mock buyer presentations and seller presentations. Okay, VIP buyer presentations, listing presentations with the audience. Okay, and we're going to do it until we get it right, man. We're going to absolutely do it until we get it right. We're going to role play through in real time negotiating your fee. Like, okay, I'm the listing agent and you're the buyer's agent representing your buyer, and you're trying to collect a higher fee than what's in the MLS, and negotiating your fee deficiency. Okay, all of this is going to be done a little more interactive with a lot of role playing and mock scenarios. So I've got all this staged and set up really well. I'm excited about it. So you're going to want to be there for that, and it'll be good learning. Right now you're limited to 3 people from your team so that we can have room to accommodate everyone. Space is not finite. Excuse me. Space is not infinite. There's a limited amount of it. We've got 200 seats for this event, and there are a few seats left. So this is how you get registered here. Okay, on the coaching site. I'll help you out a little bit. Library. Here it is. Schedule. Schedule tab. Click coaching workshops. Okay, Platinum workshops. Platinum workshops. Click, and then there you go. Also got one coming up in March in Fort Lauderdale. That one might already be full. It only holds 50 people in that room. But since I was going to be there helping Craig anyway, I thought it'd be great to do a little boot camp mastermind workshop there for Platinum members in the region. And another big Platinum workshop coming up in Washington in May. And do not forget about the Platinum Money Making Summit in Anaheim in April. That is a must attend for all of the team leaders that are on today's webinar. Okay. Okay, so, all right, with that, let's get rid of some normal drawing mode and erase all drawings. There we go. Get back to the home page here, and let me get focused on what we need to be working on here. All right, so anyway, up in the upper right-hand corner, here's your control panel. Okay, you can raise your hand. There you go. Appreciate you guys doing that. And we're going to role play through some stuff, and I can see some of you guys already have your hands rolling. That's going to get us started today. So that's going to be a good place for us to start. Also, look, you guys have some questions on follow-up, lead conversion, and the like. Okay? If things are not going smashingly well for you, well, now's the time where we can improve on that. Okay? I'll throw this out at you. Many of you are generating leads through Commissions Inc. Okay, so recently I was in Atlanta, primarily because I live here, but I was over at Dwayne's office at the Commissions Inc. Summit that he was holding, and it was pretty obvious to me that many of you got some real problems in this area dealing with the leads that are not expecting your call, but yet they're getting something from you on a daily basis. Okay? So I also had a conversation with some of the sales guys over there at Commissions Inc. And I said, look, I've heard some of you guys tell some of these people not to use the, quote, universal callback script. And but when I look at your system here at Commissions Inc. is full of our script. Okay? It's full of our script. Like, it actually has the questions from our script. So they're using the script. All right. So now let me dictate this to you. I've got a guy, the landscaper seems to be here right outside my window at approximately 2:15 today, on the only day this week that I have a group webinar with the Platinum Program members, blowing his blower, his backpack blower, blowing leaves right outside my window. So should I mute the microphone and run over there at the window and make some gestures to the guy to blow off? No pun intended. This is fun. All right. I don't think it's too loud for us to continue. All right. So I'm going to pull up the callback script, and I want to point something out to you. Okay. Oh, back on the Commissions Inc. Of course you're using the script. Like, this is the script to use. Okay. Since I speak English, I'm going to download the English one. Is that all right? Okay. Like, this is a script, man. Like, there's no other script to use. Here's why. You want to know when people are moving. I know that they may indicate for you on your Commissions Inc. site you're using, or somebody. I know they may indicate that they're planning making a move in 6 to 9 months, or longer than 12 months, or 3. But we have to verify that information, don't you? Like, you have to ask them, are you planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Because you want to know who to make your offer to and who not. The whole reason for asking this question, okay, is so that you will know who to make your offer to. And you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your offers. To get face-to-face with people. Buy first offer, sell first offer. Okay, now, the offer that you make over the telephone is always predicated on or dictated by your system for working with buyers and sellers. Okay, so let me repeat that. The offer that you make over the phone, and by all means, you're making an offer, and that's the whole reason to make the call, is to make an offer. Okay? And I get it. I get that some people fail to make an offer, and there's there's discussion among salespeople that maybe that's too heavy-handed or whatever. But holy crap, it's all about what the offer is. But the offer that you're making, what the offer is dictated by or predicated on how you do things. Your system for working with buyers, or your system for working with sellers. Okay, that's how the offer is born. So if you look at the offer here, on our callback script, it's pretty simple. Okay, we have a system for working with buyers. Here's how our system works. We would prefer to sit down and meet with buyers prior to going and looking at homes. Okay, and show them what it is that we do that can help them get the best home at the best price with the least hassle, over and above any other real estate agent or firm, or what they can do on their own. That's that's how we work with buyers. So let me repeat that. Okay, the offer here is because of, or came about because of, how we work with buyers. Now, since you're in the Craig Proctor Real Estate Coaching Program, i.e. the Platinum level, our most advanced level, okay, what we do here is we drill down and we get better at using advanced systems and methods, Craig's method for selling real estate. Let's make no mistake about it. Okay, Craig Proctor makes $4 million a year selling real estate, net $1 million a year or more selling real estate. Okay, only doing the parts of the business that he mostly enjoyed. Okay, that's why you're here. So as Platinum Coach, my job is to help you do a better job of copying that. Like, the closer you come to doing exactly what he did, the more likely you are to have the same thing. Right? And that's a difficult job. I get it. for me, but that's what I like to do here. So let's look at the offer again. The offer for working with buyers is predicated on how we do things, how we work with buyers. Okay, so our preference is, instead of what a lot of these Commissions Inc. people did when I was at the summit that aren't in our programs here, that are running around like chicken with their head cut off, okay, and saying things that don't make sense to me, like, hey, you want to go look at homes, and why don't we go look at this house, and that sort of thing, or what is it about that house that you really like, and conversations that don't make sense to me at all, that don't get anything accomplished. Okay, we're making the buyer an offer once we know who to make the offer to, and we're making this offer here that I've highlighted on your screen. That offer is getting made to people to say yes to planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months. If they ain't planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months, they don't make this offer. We've got other offers for those people that are future. Okay? But for the people that are planning on doing something now, this is the offer that they're getting. All right. Let me tell my guy here to go over here and chill out for a minute. Give me 1 second. Don't go anywhere. Okay, he's easing off. Sorry about that. Bad timing today, huh? It's probably more annoying to me than it is you guys, I would imagine. All right. Okay, so this script works, and it works for just about any prospect that you're calling back, provided they are interested in making a move. They actually have plans to sell their home and move on to something else. Okay? So, are you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Yes, no, I don't know. Yes, no, we're not sure. Yes, no, or whatever their answer may be. Okay, so here's what I suggest you do. When you ask that question of buyers and sellers when you call them back, are you planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Keep a tally. Everyone that says yes to that, okay, that is saying yes, keep a tally of that. And in my opinion, if you were on my team, I would expect you to convert half of those people to appointments. Did you get that? If they say yes to planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months, my expectations are that half of those people end up being an appointment with you. Okay? All right, it's very important. Okay, so I don't know if you're doing that, but I'd recommend it. All right, now, everybody who doesn't say yes to making a move in the next 3 to 6 months, or saying no, or I'm not sure, okay, then we have methods for dealing with those. For the people to say no, I'm not, okay, well, they're longer-term prospects. Okay, and then, we got questions for that. Longer-term people, right there, it's 2 of them. So if they're longer-term, and you can verify that. Okay, same thing with the people that say, I'm not sure. We're still talking. We're just kind of starting the process. Okay, there's 2 questions for that, just to verify the information. Are you folks planning on making a move next 3 to 6 months? I don't know. We just started kicking it around a little bit. We just started looking. Okay, well, are you planning on staying in the area or moving away? Oh, no, we're going to stay in here. So if you were to move, when do you think that might be? It would probably be by the end of next year. Okay, well, he's not 3 to 6 months, so I'm just going to make my longer-term offer. There you go. Hey, would it be okay if I followed up with you at a later time? Sure. Okay, well, when's a good time for me to call you back? When do you think that is? And you're going to schedule a call in half the time they say, and before you hang up the phone, get them on your follow-up list with some branded marketing material, i.e. Market Watch newsletter or something like that. And, you guys have access. That's how this works, man. That's exactly how this works. All right, so let's deal with the Commissions Inc. Guys real fast in terms of what we're saying here when we call these people back, and then I'm going to go and pull some of you guys into the conversation here, okay? And we're going to really get into this, okay? I actually have a script for this that many of you have seen before. So I'm going to pull it up right fast, so just bear with me. I'll pause the screen. while I go and find this special document. Sorry for the buzzing. This guy keeps materializing here. And yeah, leave. Go that way. All right, he saw me and he backtracked. All right, so let's see here. Scripts. You know what? I'm going to show this actually to you. Okay, this will be pretty interesting for you guys to see. Check out my, this is my server. Look at all these file folders. This is all full of materials. Each one of these folders has dozens and dozens of documents and videos and marketing materials and stuff that's right out of some of our conferences, other things that I've done in the past since I've been in this business for 20 plus years, and my last since 1995 with Craig Proctor. So I'm going to go here to scripts, and I've got my scene callback script. Okay, here we go. This is it. Hey, Mr. Smith. Yeah, this is Todd Walters with Todd Walters and Associates. And the reason I'm calling is I received your request to search for homes using our website there at searchatlantahouses.net. And as a courtesy, I'm just letting you know that we've got you all set up there to search away. And wanted to make sure that was okay with you. Is that? Okay, are you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Do you have an agent to help you when the time is right? Then you make your offer. Buy first or sell first. Okay, CMA or homeowner service. Okay, so let's take a look at the homeowner service offer real fast to help you guys out because some of y'all are struggling with this. Okay, yeah, I do know, we know, you know, and I know. We know that the buyer is getting emails on a regular basis from homes that are on the market for sale with other real estate companies, including ours. That's what they're getting. Now, are they getting everything that matches their home buying criteria? And the answer is, I don't know, because I'm not sending it. I don't know. I don't know how reliable and accurate and up to the snuff the data is. I don't know. Yes, I've heard people say, no, Toddy, we get everything. And I'm like, well, what happens if the agent makes a mistake? Who put the listing in? And they categorize the bedrooms instead of 5, they put it as 4. And the guy wants 5 bedrooms. Okay, well, you're not sending that one. Well, no, it's just what I'm saying. It doesn't accommodate for human error. So for you to assume that the buyer is getting 100% of all the homes that match their home buying criteria as often as the marketplace, that's a huge mistake, man, because it doesn't account for human error. And who puts these properties into the MLSs? Humans. So they make mistakes. They get an area wrong. It's off by a digit. Okay, the MLS area. They get the price wrong. It's off by a digit. They get the bedrooms and bathrooms and the schools wrong. Okay, and the list goes on a regular basis. You know this. You and I are both guilty of these kinds of mistakes and errors. We try to minimize them, but it happens. Okay, so your offer is representative of that. Okay, hey, would you like for me to email you daily updates of, and this is important, all the homes that match your home buying criteria from all of the real estate companies out there, as well as properties that you can't find on your own, okay, as well as properties that you can't find on the internet, as well as properties that aren't available or readily available over the internet. Okay? So there you go. That's your hook. Yeah, we'll send you homes that match your home buying criteria from all the real estate companies, as well as homes that aren't. And that's what this offer says. And it gets very specific on it. Well, our list even includes bank foreclosures and company-owned properties and other distress sales, i.e. off-market properties, homes that aren't readily available on the internet. Okay, that's your dialogue, man. That's the offer. Okay? And you sending them to the buyer is good, okay, because that's going to allow them, you're going to be able to accommodate for human error because you can find things using your sense and experience that a machine can't do. All right? Remember the purpose of Commissions Inc. Those of you guys that are using it. What is the purpose of it? Right. It's to deliver you a buyer prospect, someone looking for a house. That's the purpose of it. Has it done its job? Yes. Now what's my job? To convert them to a face-to-face appointment. Right? And only then do we have an opportunity to sell houses. Okay, so we've all done our jobs. But anyway, I did want to throw that out there, talk about that a little bit. I will say this, coming up new in 2015, we're going to have specific training for Platinum members on Commissions Inc. Okay? I know how to use that system to do really well. Okay? Better than a lot of people using it, so we're going to carve out some training days just for that system and just for those of you who are using it that are Platinum members. And I'm going to show you how to squeeze out a lot more business from it. Okay? So talk to the Commission Inc. guys. They thought it was a great thing, so we're going to do that, just throwing that out there. All right, so let's go back to our questions tab. And, oh my God, you guys are asking me a whole bunch of questions. And some of you are complaining about Commissions Inc., and that's fine. And some of you think it's the best thing ever, and that's fine too. It's just it's an online marketing system to get buyers that works on pay-per-click and SEO. And it's good for the most part. The majority of our members, they like it. Okay? But is it the only thing you should be doing? No. Be crazy, man. Don't ever put your eggs in one basket. Marketing systems, anything. Let me repeat this. Let me say this for all the team leaders' benefit. One of anything on marketing is not good. One of anything when it comes to marketing is not good. Okay? You better have multiples. Marketing systems, pillars, lead generation systems, things that deliver you business, because it changes. There are changes in things. What happens if all of a sudden, Congress passes a bill, they want to, regulate or tax internet traffic and usage? Would that change things? Yeah. What would happen if the internet governing people, whoever handles the internet, and you heard about this not too long ago, right? They were going to turn it over to somebody else to run. The guys in the States pretty much control the use of the internet, right? Okay, they were going to turn it over to some international body. Would that change things? Of course. All right, so these are, again, man, you guys you can't put your eggs in one basket like that, so be smart. All right. It's funny. You guys are funny. I'm laughing at you. No, we weren't blowing snow here. We're blowing leaves. Okay, we don't have snow in Atlanta until maybe into January, February sometime. We'll get a dusting, right? Unless you're here for the Platinum OSA workshop, and then it ices over, right? It just ices over like instantly. Okay, it only happens during the Platinum workshops in Atlanta in the month of January, February, just so you know. Oh, and for you other guys, no, I wasn't being attacked by bees. That was my landscaper at my office here that comes once a week, typically on Friday evenings, who decided to come on Tuesday afternoon at 2 o'clock. All right, let's get on with it. Okay, so I'm going to see who's got their hands raised, and let's do some role playing, okay? And we'll work through some of these issues. All righty. So, here we go. Okay, so if you got your hand raised, I'm going to open up your microphone here one at a time. Ooh. A few more people than I get to. Okay, Christian. All right, Christian, you got your hand raised, and I'm going to open up your microphone, buddy, so I'm hoping that you can hear me, and then we don't run into too many issues or interference here. So, Christian Richard, you there? Christian.
Hi.
How are you, my man?
Good, yourself?
I'm doing better than good, buddy. Better than good today. How's business going for you guys there in Montreal?
Good.
Yeah, what's good? What does good mean?
The market's still good here.
Hmm?
They're going down. You have more. The inventory is more, but the sales still the same than last year.
Okay.
For the average, and for me that's really good. Yeah.
All right. So where are most of your leads coming from that you're having good results with?
Kijiji.
Okay. So you're posting property ads, or are you posting free list of home ads? What kind of ads?
Free list of home ads.
Okay. So these will be ads right out of our marketing library.
You take mine and you put it in the library. Yeah.
Okay. So in other words, let's take a look here. I want to do it for everybody's benefit. So is it these kinds of ads? You know, like you see on your screen here. So they're not. Are they property inquiry ads? You know, like you're
it looks like a property inquiry. Then so it's a nice home, and that's read and reprocessed.
Great. Okay, that was my question. Property inquiry would be that you pick out really hot listings, you create an ad, and you put it on Kijiji, and buyers call you.
Yeah, and we put two ads in the ads. The first one is get a list of house between 200 and 350, bank foreclosure and everything. And the other part of the ad is the 6 buyers mistake.
Okay, so you are using some of these ads as what we call piggyback ads.
Exactly.
I got you. Okay, so you basically create 2 or 3 ads in one.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you're leveraging a hot property. You put it up on Kijiji, invite people to call you for more information, and then while you've got their attention and their eyeballs on your ad, you conveniently have a couple of other free list or free report ads there below it.
Exactly.
Okay, good. All right. Just making sure so everybody understands. Okay. And you've shared some ads with me before. All right. So that's your number one source right now for good leads that you're getting, eh?
Yes, it's the number one. Most of that.
Okay. All right. All right. So before we role play some of this stuff out there, did you have a question or anything for me?
Yes. You said at your office you're supposed to fix an appointment with everyone until you want to move in 6 months. You do the same thing for seller? If you want to move in 4, 5, 6 months from now?
Yes.
And what you do in the appointment? Presentation and everything?
I list the house, my man.
Okay.
Here's how it works. Are you planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? We're not saying, are you planning on listing your home with me today? Okay? So we have to pick a timeline to use that makes sense that in meeting with people. Okay, so over the years of doing this and getting really good at it, selling thousands of houses, we determined that people that say yes to planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months, that's who we want to close for face-to-face appointments, buyer or seller. Okay, now let's suppose that it's a seller. Are you planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? And his answer is, yeah, I think so. We've been kicking it around. Okay, well, that's a yes. So yeah, I'm going to close for a face-to-face appointment with this seller prospect using my CMA offer. And if he says yes to it, I'm going to his house.
Okay. If he said, I'm not ready to list before 6 months from now, do you go or you just send it then to the material and that's it?
Well, I'd probably ask why.
Because my kid have to finish the school and everything, and we're not quite ready right now.
Okay. Well, if a buyer knocked on your door, I don't know, next week and said, hey, I like your house, I want to buy it, when can you move out? What would you tell him?
Maybe I'm not sure if I want to move in 6 months or 12 months.
Okay. All righty. Well, then that's different than what you were saying, right? If they're planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months, we're going to close for a face-to-face appointment. And when I get there, yeah, man, we're going to try to get a listing agreement signed. Now, the listing agreement that we have, it has a blank where the date is. So me and the seller are deciding on what date to put in there. It may be today, it may be tomorrow, it may be 1 month from now, it may be 6 months from now. I don't know, but we decide on the date to put in there.
Okay.
But I'm trying to get the house listed. That doesn't mean and yes, I would prefer to list the home now, but he may say, well, look, we're going to go out of town for 2 weeks, or we got a vacation planned, but when we get back, we need to spend a few days cleaning the place up, and then you can move buyers through. So we would look at the calendar, and we would come up with a date, and I would post-date the listing agreement. See, virtually every listing agreement that we got, and understand now, Christian, I would routinely list, my team and I, somewhere between 30 and 70 homes every month, okay, for years and years. Just about every listing agreement was post-dated. That meant that it was not today's date. It was the next day, or a few days after that, or a week after that, or a month after that, but it was in the future. Okay, it just may not have been, the future being longer than today. Today, present, future, tomorrow, or later. That makes sense, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so that was your big question. Now, if they're not ready to do anything, if they tell me, no, we're not planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months, then it's unlikely I'm going to close for a face-to-face appointment now. Instead, we're going to try to figure out when to follow up with them. All right, but you tell me, like, if somebody says yes to planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months, all right, how many of those people are you able to close to a face-to-face appointment?
In fact, we have for buyers, we are only 80% we close from face-to-face.
Okay, so if they're okay, so let me rephrase.
My problem is with sellers. Sellers, 3 to 6 months. I realize that for buyers, everyone ready to move to 3 to 6 months. Most of them, we have an appointment with them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
we have a lot of appointment with buyers.
Okay, so if a seller says yes to planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months, you're having a hard time getting an appointment with them?
If they're not ready to move in the next month or next 2 months, we don't take an appointment. That's a mistake.
Okay, well, let's just role play through it. And let's see how you do it, okay? I'll be the seller prospect.
I do it in French, usually.
Yeah,
I try.
I know, but humor me, and let's do it in English, since the majority of people listening right now, they don't speak as good a French as I do.
Oh, that's great.
Right, yeah. So let's, so we'll do it in English.
Okay. Can I ring?
Hello.
Can I talk with Mr. Walter, please?
This is he.
Hi, Mr. Walter. My name is Christian Richard. I received your request about the 7 deadly mistake info ads we put. We send you by email. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
bless you.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay, great. Are you planning to make a move in the next 3 to 6 months?
Well, we're thinking about it for sure.
Okay. And when do you think it might be?
Well, like I said, we're just started kicking it around here, trying to figure out what we want to do.
Okay. Do you want to stay in the area, or you want to move from the area?
We would stay in the area.
Okay. Would you prefer to buy before they stay in your home, or you prefer to sell first?
Well, I'll need to sell my house before we buy something, but I'd love to do it at the same time.
Okay. Then, if you have a sellers who want to buy right now your house, you're ready to sell it. If we have a good closing time?
Well, I don't know. I guess it depends on a lot of things, price, and if the buyer really wants to buy my house. And
okay, what I could do for you, I could do an evaluation for your house and tell you exactly how much money you have for your house. I can give you some tip about what to do and what not to do to have the more money for your house. Is that something could help you with that? It's free and no obligation to do nothing.
Okay,
okay,
well, that's pretty good. I mean, I think all that's fine. That you said. The only thing that I would caution you against, and I want everybody to pay very close attention, is that you pretty much said, hey, if I got a buyer for your house, can I sell it for you? I mean, that's translated. That's what it sounded like. Okay. And you were just trying to basically to see if I was ready to list my house right now. All right, but what I think that you need, like, I know your business. You guys want more listings, right?
No, I want more sell.
Right. You want more sellers.
I don't want listing. I want sell.
Yeah, but you need properties on the marketplace to affect that. Right? So you want more signs in the ground. You want more seller appointments. So everybody says yes to planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months. Just make your offer. Your CMA offer, man. Just, nice, methodical, easy. Gives people a really good idea of what they can expect to sell their home for. Okay? And I think that's the operative word that we all want to use. Okay? Would you like a free market evaluation to determine what you can sell your home for? Right? You can even go further to determine what you can sell your home for and how long it will take. Right? So, like, for example, one of the issues you're running into with seller prospects is this whole time element. Right? You got some time elements. Okay, well, give it a test, man. Throw that in there. Would you like a free market evaluation to determine what your home will sell for and how long it will take? And I can also give you some tips on what to do and, more importantly, what not to do so that you get the most amount of money when you sell it. And then there you go. There's the operative word, when you sell it. And we can go over all the closing costs so you'll know how much you have left in your pocket at closing, okay, after all your expenses. So anyway, there's a few other words there that might help you deal with that thing. Oh, one other point too, Christian, is that you never want to follow up the question of, are you planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? You don't want to follow that immediately with, so when do you think you might move? Right?
Yeah. Put another question, yeah.
Right, don't do that. Because I just told you, are you planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Yeah, I think so. We've been kicking it around. So when do you think you might move? And my answer was obviously what I just told you. I don't know. So you put me on the spot a little bit there with that question, and it's not necessary.
Okay.
But anyway, for me, man, if they say, yeah, they're planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months, I'm working hard for a face-to-face appointment, buyer or seller.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you guys are doing good, man. And glad to see it. Pretty good year for you, huh?
Yeah, really good.
All right, sweet. Okay, man, thanks a lot, buddy. I will mute your microphone, and I'll move on to Carol Leduc, I think it is. Carol, Leduc. So that sounds like a French last name as well, but I don't know. But I'll open up Carol's microphone. Carol, you there?
Yes, I am.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't raise my hand.
Oh, you didn't? Okay. Well, it looked like it was raised on my little control panel here.
Okay.
So what does that? Hey, hold on. So what does that mean? Does that mean you don't want to talk to me?
Well, I'm just asked my question.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go, Christian. Christian asked your question for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the only question I have, you said that we could postpone the date on the listing agreement. How do you make sure that in between they don't sign up with somebody else and your listing agreement is not valid anymore?
Why wouldn't it be valid?
Well, I mean, if let's say I sign the agreement for January 15, and in the meantime, another agent comes by and signs an agreement next week, I guess mine will not be valid anymore, because by the time we hit January 15, there's already a listing agreement in place.
Yeah, well, I would think that between now and January 15th, using your example, that you're communicating with the seller. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and schedule the sign to go out. We're going to go ahead and move and schedule the photographer to do this. We're going to start the production copy on materials, marketing ads, and the like. Yeah. So in other words, we're just getting everything market ready. That's the advantage here. We're moving your home to the front of the line for January 15th. So I would think you're communicating with your prospect about that, and I doubt. I'm trying to think in my years of doing this, if I had somebody sign a listing agreement with me and it was starting at some other day besides today, and the date came around and they fired me between now and then, I'm going to say, yeah, it probably happened. I mean, I sold over 5,000 houses, which means we listed a whole bunch more. So I would assume that it's happened, but it would be odd and rare.
All right.
Yeah. I would treat it the same way. It's the same thing as if you listed somebody's house and they called you up and says, I changed my mind.
Okay.
Yeah. Has that happened? That's happened before, right?
Not a lot, but it did, yeah.
Yeah, you know what happens.
All right.
Okay. All right, well, thanks, Carol.
Thanks.
All right. Okay, great, good question there. All right, let's move on. And it's a couple other hands raised here. So I got George here, Mr. George Lorima. So George, how you doing there, Mr. George?
Hey, Todd.
How's business?
Oh, it's going great.
You guys kicking butt and taking names, huh?
Yeah, listed one today for $975.
$975,000.
Yep.
Is that an average sales price for you guys?
No, about 400 is.
Yeah, well, that's still a good average price range. Hey, okay, all right, so for the record here, while everybody's listening intently, the commission that a cooperating real estate agent, the co-broke commission in your marketplace there, what would be the average or kind of the norm that most people are putting on listings nowadays? 2.5%? Okay. All right. So what are you putting on this one? 2.5 or what?
Yeah, this one is a 5%, 2.5 aside.
Okay.
And the less expensive ones we seem to get 6% and offer out 2.5 and keep 3.5.
Yeah, it's hard to go broke making a profit, man.
Yep.
Yep, really hard to do that. Congratulations on the property.
Thanks.
So where did this lead come from?
It was from, you helped me with the neighborhood flyer that I do.
Yeah.
And I think your suggestion was to have the big USP at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And then limited property data.
Okay.
And it came in pretty quick. It was the lead came in. I set the appointment. It was come talk to me about selling my home.
Yeah, I like those. Come list me's. Hey, look at George. George, you don't need to send me a referral fee for that.
All right.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay. All right. Okay. So you had your hand raised. Did you have a specific question?
Yeah.
Before
So,
we get started?
all right, I'm getting a lot of people on the conversion for the CMA offer because they get the appointment and they do say they want to sell within 3 to 6 months. Yeah, but as I'm qualifying it a little bit further, I realize they're not planning on doing the paperwork or getting it on the market anytime soon. Should I hold off on those? On going out there?
Do you have a specific example recently?
Yeah, like I went on one. Yeah, that was on, I don't know if it was this Monday or last Monday, but yeah, I went on one a week ago, and basically I talked to the lady, well, I don't know what I'm going to do at this point, and it was an appointment, sat down, chatted with her for a while, and then she told me a little bit, later, oh, I'm having somebody else look at it, direct buyer. And so I don't know if I'm out too early, if I'm doing something wrong.
Well, I don't know if you're too early because she's got a buyer coming looking at it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say so. I would just be really careful based on what people say. Let me give you an example. Some people would say, well, I'm thinking about putting my home on the market. They were really intent on putting their home on the market with a real estate agent, and they may say, I'm thinking about putting my home on the market probably May 1st. Okay, well, a couple of things wrong with that. I'm thinking about putting it on May 1 means they're putting it on May 1, like they've got it zeroed down to a specific date, right? So the question would be, okay, why? Well, I'm buying a new house, and it's going to be ready June 1. So I figured, I get my home on the market, well, you and I both know that's a really tight window, right, to be able to list your house and sell it, move into the next one. So many times the dates they throw out there are based around some other event that since this is their first rodeo, they've only done it one other time, they really don't know what to expect. So, you there, man?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, if you want to back up and role play it, this was a seller prospect that came from where?
Seller prospect that came from an online CMA lead.
Okay.
That I followed up with her. I had set an appointment, went on it.
All right, well, let's just role play through that type of prospect. So let's do that. It'll help everybody here, including me, help you. So I'll be the seller prospect, and I'm not expecting your call, right? Because I requested an online home evaluation. Okay.
Right.
So ready? Ring, ring. Hello.
Hi, is Todd in?
This is he.
Hi, Todd. This is George Lorimer. I'm with RE/MAX Realtors, and the reason I'm calling is I received your request for the area home sales report, and I want to let you know I've sent it to you. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months?
Well, it really depends on a few things.
Okay. If you were to move, would you be staying in the area or moving out of the area?
We'd stay in the area.
Okay, and if you were to move, do you know when that might be?
Yeah, sometime this spring.
Okay. Do you have a realtor to help you when the time is right?
No, we don't.
Would you prefer to buy before listing your home, or do you want to sell first?
Well, like I said, that would probably depend on a few factors. We're still not 100% sure about that.
Okay. So Todd, would you like a free market evaluation to determine what your home would sell for? Also, I can give you tips on what to do and what not to do to make the most amount of money. We can go over all the various closing costs you'll incur, so you'll know exactly what you'll have left in your pocket after all expenses. It's free of charge and obligates you to nothing. Does that sound helpful?
That sounds great. Yeah, that's a good idea. I may have a buyer for my house, so I'd like to know what I could sell it for.
Okay, that's fine. When's a good time to get together, Todd? Days or evenings?
All right, so good job.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's the same thing as somebody saying, well, yeah, I'm not going to list my house with any real estate agent. Do I have to sign anything? I'm not paying more than 5% commission, or I'm not paying more than 3%. Or I'm planning on, listing my home with this other agent. Okay, well, that would probably give you pause.
The agent thing.
Right. Yeah, the agent thing would probably be the only thing that would get you to back up and maybe ask a question. What do you prefer? Do you feel obligated to do that? Or would you like maybe a second opinion on what you can sell it for and how long it will take? Like, you would back up on that one. But everything else, you just say, okay, and you keep on going.
Got it. Okay.
So I get emails and calls on a monthly basis from members that say, well, I was talking to this seller and they told me they already had a buyer for their house. Okay, well, my response is, do they have an agreement or contract signed? No. Well, I was talking to this seller and they said that they weren't going to list their home with an agent right now. They were going to try to sell it for a sub by owner. Okay, well, did you close for the appointment? No. And I take deep breaths and sighs. If these guys were on my team, I'd throw them out the window. Very timid sales. Like, of course, we don't expect anyone, just like this person here with you, we don't expect anyone to, quote, list with us or even think about listing with us until they know the benefits in doing so.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way we can show them the benefits in it is to that. Show them the benefits in it once we get face-to-face with them. All right. So
Todd, one more thing. One thing that worked with me is when I followed up with him, I didn't get it. I went against somebody, 2 of us he interviewed, and then I followed up with him Saturday, and I said, hey, remember I'm the guy with the buyers, and I want to talk to you about the guaranteed home sale. And so then I had a second appointment with him face-to-face. And here's my question for you on that one. I feel like I gave the cancellation guarantee up front so that when they paused on signing the listing, I couldn't pull that out and say I'm the safest choice. Here's a guarantee that I offer. Can you tell me, should I not put that on the front end of the listing, should that be once they pause on signing the listing agreement, pull out the cancellation guarantee?
Well, that's the way it worked for Craig and I, generally speaking, but you got to use your own judgment on these things when you know you're in fierce competition. And to me, the thing that typically works the best is that, okay, well, they may have one buyer, like the person you mentioned. Okay, well, you got a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
But what's better, one buyer or a bunch? You know, which way is likely to get the highest price? One person or several making offers?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so, but that's your ace in the hole. You always walk in, you're the guy with the buyers. And you have your list of buyers. And that's what you go to. That's your go-to.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. So, anyway, sounds like you did pretty well on it. Anything else right now?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Thanks, George. Great job, and congratulations on a fantastic year.
Thanks.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I like it, man. I love sales stories. As a matter of fact, we're getting ready to launch a contest for you guys. So you may want to write this down. Then we're going to go to John. John Gulch, you can get ready, buddy. I see you got your hand raised. The contest that we're launching here that we're going to run through probably the third week of January, and you guys will get an email and notice on this and be able to access it on the Platinum Facebook page, is our contest on the most unusual, interesting story with a client. Okay, so some of us have had listing appointments, client interactions, and transactions that resulted in a wacky or goofy or funny or unusual outcome, circumstance, or deal. All right, so we're looking for those stories, and we'll have some fun with this. And of course, the contest winner gets a hotel night at our next Platinum Money Making Summit coming up in April. So I want to encourage everybody to participate in that. When you see the video and information on that from our good buddies Mark and Susan. All right, so I'm going to go to John, Mr. John Gulch. John, you got your hand raised for a while, so I'm going to open up your microphone here and see if I can get you to get it open there. John, you there, buddy? I'm not able to get your microphone open, my man. So, you there, John? I'll give it one more shot. John, going once, going twice. Sorry, man. That's when that happens, doesn't it? It's technology. Oh, and I am running the show myself today, just so you guys will know. You have to kind of deal with me. I'm not the most technical guy. I've got my mouse. Look, I want you to picture this, right? Okay, the guy's blowing his leaves over my left shoulder outside my window. I've got the mouse in one hand. I've got my microphone right here to my left. I have my headset on. Okay, my little earpiece is in, and I'm multitasking, doing all this stuff at one time. And I'm navigating through a list of a couple of hundred people that are on our webinar right now, looking for a hand raised. Okay, and able to do all that. So Leslie's going to help me out. Leslie Bearzone. So Leslie, I'm going to open up your microphone, and you're going to bail me out. So hopefully, still there, Leslie? Oh man, it's killing me. So yeah, I see your hand raised, Leslie. But there you go, Leslie. You there?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Thank you. Yeah.
How you doing?
No, I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah. So you got some exciting plans for this coming week? You selling some houses, doing some Christmas shopping, or what?
A little bit of both, I hope.
All right. So how's business going for you guys?
At Realty Works.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to just mention that I'm with Adam and Kirsten's team at Realty Works. And I guess I just want to go through a role play with you just to see where my weaknesses are, and have you point them out to me.
Well, I'll do my best to do that, but I know you guys are doing pretty good out there, so congratulations on that. All right, so a couple of questions then. The leads that you're calling back, where are they coming from?
They're coming from Commissions Inc.
Okay, is that primarily the majority of leads that you're calling back?
Yes.
Okay. And you're having some good luck getting some appointments?
Yeah, if I get through all the bad numbers that they give you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's always going to be that. You know, people are, you know, like, look at, let's paint this picture for everyone. If you or I go to the internet and we're looking for something, okay, and then we have an option to put in our information in it, typically I don't give my 100% complete accurate information unless I'm ready to actually buy what it is that I'm doing. If I'm just fishing for information, doesn't mean I'm not going to buy. It just means I'm still fishing for information, so I may very well, on purpose, not put in my accurate information because I know it would result in emails coming or calls coming, and I just may not be ready for that yet. And that's probably what's happening with a lot of these leads, and that's okay.
Yeah.
The cool thing about that system is that it keeps working on them to try to get a more accurate phone number if it's not right, right? So yeah, I didn't know if you knew that or not, but it keeps asking them for their cell phone just about every time they log in.
Oh, really? Okay, that's good to know.
Yep, it does that automatically. Okay, so all right, so I'll be a Commissions Inc. Lead, and you're calling me, and of course these folks, you're calling me for the first time. These people are not expecting your call. Is that right?
Right. Is this do you want me to do a seller or a buyer?
Well, let's say that I'm a prospect. I registered with the system. I'm looking at homes, and I indicated that I have a house to sell.
Okay.
All right. So that's the information you got from me. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So you ready? Ring, ring. Hello.
Hi, is this Todd?
Yep.
Hi, Todd. This is Leslie from Realty Works, and I see that you recently signed up on our real estate website, and I just wanted to follow up with you. Are you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months?
You know what? We just started looking here, and we're trying to find something that we can agree on, my wife and I.
Okay. Do you currently rent, or do you own your own home?
We own a house.
Okay. And are you planning on staying in the area or moving out of the area?
We think we're probably going to stay in this area here, in this school district.
Okay, great. Yeah, this is a great district. Would you prefer to buy before you list your home, or did you want to sell first?
Well, ideally, we'd love to find the home and buy it and get it all situated, then move into it and then sell our house. I just don't know if we can pull that off.
Okay, so you would prefer to, if you saw something out there that really caught your eye, you'd want to buy first.
We'd like to. We just don't know if we can do it.
Okay, and Todd, do you have a realtor to help you when the time is right?
No, ma'am.
You don't? Okay. Would you like me to email you daily updates of homes that perfectly match your home buying criteria from all the different real estate companies? Our list includes the standard sales and short sales, repos, as well as all the off-market properties. And it's a completely free service, and of course you're never obligated to buy a home. Would that be of interest to you?
Yeah, I think it would. I mean, I'm getting quite a few properties sent over to my email right now from places.
Okay. And you said that you'd want to. You're also thinking of selling your home. This is where I get stuck, because you're selling your home, but you want to buy first. So what would I do? Which offer do I do first?
Well, I said yes to your offer of getting pictures and descriptions of properties sent over to me, right?
Yeah.
I said yes to that.
Yeah. Okay. So when can we get together for that?
Right. It's exactly right. I said yes to that offer. So your next step is to close first a face-to-face appointment, so you can,
Okay.
take down my home information. I mean, take down my information and get me set up to get all that.
Okay.
That's the logical thing to do, and so that you don't need to jump around. You know, I'm a buyer. I registered with the site. I'm looking at houses. You've made me an offer of something that might be better than what I'm getting. I don't know, and I said yes to it, and you go close for the appointment. Period.
Okay.
Now, here's what happened. If you go and close for the appointment on that, then you'll get objections that you need to know about, if there are any. Objections like, well, you know, I'm getting a bunch of properties now from the internet, you know, so I don't know if I really need to sit down with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And what would you say?
And then I'd say, well, rather than email you hundreds of homes which may or may not match your criteria, or worse, risk missing out on the perfect one, if we can get together for just about 10 or 15 minutes, I have a form I fill out, and that will help narrow down your search for the perfect home. This will help me do a really good job for you. And furthermore, while you're here, we can pick out 2 or 3 of your favorite homes.
All right, Ms. Duffy. All right, I don't think you need to go to the next while you're here. We can also pick out some other homes or go look at them or whatever you're going to say there. You don't need to do that. You did an okay job, dealing with that objection. But my question really was more about I'm getting information from other places, so I'm not really sure I need to meet with you guys. Meaning I'm getting information from a lot of different sources. How is your quote list of properties or access to homes any different than what I'm getting? Why would it be better? And then you get
the list that we get daily, and they're homes that haven't been on the MLS before. You're going to be the first one seeing it. They haven't been combed over by hundreds of other potential buyers. And like I said, our list includes all the standard sales, short sales, repos, as well as all the off-market properties.
See, I think that's fine. I think that's absolutely fine. So your job here, look, the hardest thing that you do every day is getting people on the telephone. Mm-hmm. All right? So when you get them on the phone, you're fine. Your tonality's good. You understand the script really well. You know that you need to make an offer to get them to say yes to that, and then you close for a face-to-face appointment, and then they have objections. Why do we need to get together? I don't really know. And you got to keep saying, look, this is great information for you. These are homes that are for sale with other real estate companies, but also there are homes that aren't, that you won't find on the internet. Okay, and it's a free service, man. You don't have to buy anything, and we'll come to you. So that's I think you stick with that, and you're going to get an appointment for about 1 out of every 5 of these buyers that you're talking to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Now,
I like that.
Now here's the thing. You just got to get more people on the phone.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. I find it like I hardly ever do the script because I never get that phone. I never get anybody on the phone. I'm doing a lot of emails.
Yeah. So emails don't take place of the calls. I mean, you can do those.
Right.
And I don't know what your email system is, but use the dialer. Are you doing that? Mm-hmm. Okay, use the dialer and get people on the phone. And if you're using the dialer and you got enough leads, there's a good chance you'll get people on the phone. Do your filtered searches so that you're primarily calling back those through your filtered search that are using the system more often. Okay, right. Based on logins. Also look at the people that are on it live in real time. Phone those back. Yep. And using those formulas, you'll be able to reach more people and that sort of thing. Yep. And I think it'd be fine. But I know I don't think you got any issue with the script here. I just think that you gotta reach more people and talk to them. So whatever that takes.
Okay. Well, I have a split shift, which kind of helps. So the people I can't reach in the morning, I try them again at night and see if and that kind of balances out. So that helps.
That's a great point. And let me say this for everybody. Everybody should listen right now, okay? If you're an inside salesperson or a person that spends a lot of time on the phone calling back people, the way that Craig and I would get our guys to do it, and we would do it, is we would make some calls. Like we may spend an hour and a half, but no more than 2 hours straight on the telephone. And then we have to get up. We got to get up and go grab a drink, walk around, grab a little snack, for a few minutes, 15, 20 minutes or whatever, and then go back and sit down. Like you just can't sit there and call for hours and hours straight, man. You can do it maybe 2 hours on, a few minutes off max. So that's okay. Whatever works for you to reach more people and stay engaged. Split shift, all that stuff included. Yeah. So that's good. I'm glad you mentioned that.
All right. Thank you so much, Todd. You've been really helpful. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem at all. I appreciate you raising your hand there and chiming in. Thanks, Leslie. Go sell some houses. And say hello to Adam and Kirsten there, out there in wine country. I'm guessing it is. All right. We got time for another one here. So I've got Miranda Palencia. So Miranda, I'm going to track you down here and open up your microphone. Hello, Miranda.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, you selling some houses today or what?
Actually, I'm the ISA of Mr. Justin.
Oh, Justin Hoffman?
No, Justin Kua.
Justin Kua in Toronto. Okay.
Yes, from Toronto.
All right. Fantastic. So what kind of leads are you calling?
Oh, I'm actually doing follow-ups on seller leads.
Yeah? So where are they coming from, these seller leads?
From the website, success websites.
Okay. So what would be one of the more common or popular, quote, leads that you're getting from Success website? What am I asking for?
Home sold prices, and also we have home evaluations.
Okay. All right. So those are the kind of leads you get. All right. So which one would you like to role play today?
For home sold prices.
Okay. So I'll be the prospect, and you're calling me back, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So ready? Ring, ring. Hello.
Yes. Hi. It's Miranda, and I'm calling from the website gtahomesinfo.ca. And the reason why I'm calling is because I just received your request for information on a list of home sold prices around 123 Anyplace Street. And I'm just giving a quick courtesy call to let you know that we've sent your request to our assistant Jez, who will send a report in your email within a few hours. Is that okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. And also, I'm just calling you personally to make sure that we do a really good job for you, and also make sure that you got the information you're looking for. Todd, were you just curious about a specific home that sold recently, or you wanted to know how much your home was worth?
I was just trying to see what's going on in the marketplace here.
Mm-hmm. All right. And also, Todd, if you found out your home could be sold for a great price too, I mean, were you folks planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months?
We've been thinking about it. Yes, ma'am.
You're thinking about it. All right. And also, were you thinking about staying in the area or moving to another neighborhood?
We haven't decided yet.
You haven't decided yet. That's okay. Also, Todd, have you already thought about it, like, before the time comes, would you be more comfortable buying before listing your home for sale, or do you think you need to sell first before buying your next house?
Well, we'd probably have to sell this house before we went out and bought anything. But hopefully I could do them on the same day.
All right. And do you already have a realtor to help you when the time is right?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And Todd, if you were to move, when do you think that might be?
Sometime, between the spring and the middle of the summer.
All right. So, Todd, would you be interested in getting an idea of what you could expect to sell your home for and how long it will take? And also, we can give you some expert tips on what to do, and more importantly, on what not to do to get the most money. To get the most amount of money for your home when you get ready to sell it, and even go over all the various closing costs you'll have so that you know how much you'll have left in your pocket at the time of closing. Does that sound helpful?
Yeah, it would, actually.
Perfect. So when do you prefer, days or evenings?
Probably this weekend.
This weekend. How about Saturday around, do you prefer Saturday mornings or afternoons or evenings?
Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and would it be okay with you for Saturday around 10 a.m. or 9 a.m., which is best for you?
Saturday at 10.
Saturday at 10. All right, perfect. I'll go ahead. All right.
Okay. All right. So that's okay. That's pretty good. But a couple of things that will help you optimize response and conversation with people. You ready?
Okay. Yes.
All right. Number one, and this goes for everybody listening to this webinar today. I would pay very close attention to what I'm getting ready to tell you. Okay. Number one is approach every lead from a position of fulfillment. Do you know what that means?
Mm-hmm.
That means the reason you have me as a lead is because I asked for something. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when you call me back, you never want to say, we haven't done it. We haven't sent it to you. We're going to, but we haven't done it yet. You never want to do that. You always want to approach everyone from a position of fulfillment. So you've done the request. See, here's what I know about your office. You're making the calls, and somebody else is fulfilling the request. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So you want to approach every prospect with the assumption that the request has been fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, in other words, hey, we received your request for a list of homes that have sold in the area, and just wanted to let you know, as a courtesy, we received your request and we've sent that information on to you. Is that okay? That's it. That's how you do it.
Okay.
All right? It's very important. That is crucial that everybody on this webinar today, in this program, approach every prospect from a position of fulfillment. Okay? And then you get the law of reciprocity on your side. Okay, in other words, you've done something for these folks, so they're going to give you their time, at least their ears for a few minutes on the telephone. All right, so that's number one. Number two is once you do that and they say, okay, thanks, stick to the script. The first question is, are you planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? Like you asked me a couple other questions and then you decided to ask me that. Just go and ask me that straight up. Yeah, okay. This is what you want to know. You want to know as soon as possible, immediately, if I'm even considering a move.
Mm-hmm.
Not why I'm moving, but am I even considering one? Are you planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months? And if my answer is anything other than no, or I don't know, okay, which means the only other answer could be is yeah, you're going right at me. You know, you want to get to the offer, and you did a good job with the offer. All right? That's two things that I think are very important, and it'll cut down your time on the telephone, and it'll get you what you want more often than not.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's it. There's a couple of observations there. Everything else was pretty good.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now all you got to do is when we end this call, you pick up the phone and call some of these leads back and close them for appointments.
Yes.
And then hopefully Justin will get some listings.
Yes.
All right, Shad. Look, I appreciate your time. Great job.
Thank you.
All right, Miranda, thank you very much. You go sell some houses. All right, look, those are some really good pointers for you guys today. And I know some of you had your hands raised there and weren't able to get to your call. But you know what? I'll take one more. Okay, I know some people ditched over the phone, hung up because they thought I was done, but I'll take one more. So I've got Steve Shepard. Steve, you there? I'm going to open up your microphone, my man. So hang in there, Steve. I'm trying to get over to that. All right, Steve, if you're still around, unmute your microphone, and we can talk. There you go, Steve.
Todd.
Hey.
Todd. Todd, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
How are you, Todd?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Good.
Yeah? How's business?
Business is great down here in South Florida, brother.
South Florida. That sounds like a nice place to be. Everybody on the webinar right now is like, yeah, I would like to be there. Unless I'm in Phoenix or California, then it's next best thing, right?
The only thing blowing here is the palm trees, my friend. No leaves here.
Okay, thanks for rubbing it in. Yep. All right. So, what kind of leads you guys dealing with?
We're doing leads from Commissions Inc., and they're buyer leads.
Okay. You want to role play through one?
That'd be great.
All right. So I'll be one. You're phoning me. So you ready? Yep. Ring. Hello.
Hello, it's Todd there.
This is he.
Hey, Todd. This is Steve Shepard from PalmBeachBoweredHomes.com. And the reason why I'm calling is because I received your request for 123 Maple Street here in Boca. And I just want to let you know that I'm working on getting that to you, and I'm going to be emailing that over to you. And Todd, are you guys planning on making a move in the next 3 to 6 months?
Well, we'd like to, but I'm not sure I have enough money yet.
Okay. Do you currently rent or do you own?
We're renting.
Okay. You plan on staying in the area or moving out?
Well, we'd like to stay in this area if we can afford it.
Okay. And if you were to move, when do you think that might be?
I guess as soon as we can afford to. We were on a month-to-month lease.
Okay, great. Do you guys have a realtor to help you out when that time is right?
No, sir.
Mm-hmm. And Todd, would you like me to email you daily updates of all homes that match your home buying criteria from all real estate companies? And the good thing about my list, Todd, is that my list includes bank foreclosures, company-owned properties, other distressed sales. The other good thing, too, Todd, is it's free. And, of course, you're never obligated to buy a home. Would that interest you, Todd?
Yeah, sure.
All right. When can we get together for about 20 minutes so I can take down exactly what you're looking for?
Well, I'm not sure. Can I give you an idea of what I'm looking for over the phone? Maybe you can send me what you got.
Sure. Hey, Todd, the nice thing about our Home Hunter service is that it gives you priority access to all the hot new listings like distressed sales, foreclosures. Do you think that might be a benefit to you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I really don't want a house I got to do a lot of work to.
No, and I agree. So rather than email you hundreds of homes which may or may not match your criteria or risk missing out on the perfect one, if we can get together for about 20 minutes, I have a detailed form that I fill out. I can take down exactly what you're looking for. Are nights or evenings better for you?
Well, I'm not really sure. I guess I better check with my wife, and see if this is something she wants to do.
Okay. I understand. So let's do a tentative schedule for that way you can check with your wife. I'll already have you scheduled in so that when you talk with your wife, we can get you all booked up and you guys will be ready to go.
Okay, so what am I booking?
With an appointment.
Okay, and how's this?
We can get together for about 20 minutes.
Okay, and where's this at?
This is going to be at my office.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is I can just check with my wife, and then I can call you and then see if this is something she wants to do. Are you guys close by?
We are very close by. Here's what we can do, Todd. Let's go ahead and make an appointment for, let's say, next Thursday around 5 p.m. I'll go ahead and put it in my schedule. That way I have time for you guys set aside. And if that has to change, then we can make changes then.
Okay, I guess the only thing I could throw out there at you, you know the script well, and and you're closing for an appointment. Okay, is just clarity of here's how it works.
Okay.
So the appointment side of things, it's just not real clear.
Okay.
So, for example, when you've got your offer, right? Okay, would you like me to send you daily updates of all the homes that match your home buying criteria from all the real estate companies? In our list, and you said this, our list includes, bank foreclosures and company-owned homes and other distressed sales. It's a free service. You're not obligated to buy a house. Does that sound like it would be helpful? And I said, yeah, I think so. All right, that's good. And then you want to be clear, on the next steps. After I raise objections, because you said, hey, when can we get together for about 20 minutes? We can take down your exact home buying criteria, okay, and what you're looking for, right? So the implication being, we don't do this over the phone or we can't. So I come back and I says, well, why don't we do it over the telephone? And this is when we get into a conversation about other objections. You go back to the appointment, but it's just not really vague on, where and how and all that kind of stuff. So deal with one point at a time.
Okay.
Answer the objection fully and then move to the next. And you're doing that. You understand. You're circling back trying to get me to book a tentative appointment, but just make sure the objection's handled fully before you do that. That would be the only thing I could observe here.
Okay.
And your way of doing things here, Steve, will work really well for those that are ready to do something. The guys that are a little more, I'm not sure, you got to be really clear with those guys. Handle the objections fully before you move to the point of closing them hard on the appointment.
Okay.
Because you know how it works, right? You'll book them anyway, and then they may say yeah, and then the appointment doesn't make. They don't show up or whatever.
Right.
So to avoid that, so for everybody's benefit, answer objections fully and clearly before moving on to the next point. And you can even say, does that make sense? all right, to make sure that you've done a good job of answering the objection. Once you answer, hey, rather than me send you, rather than me taking down your criteria over the telephone, and then, me plugging stuff into our computer system and you getting hundreds of homes that may or may not be exactly what you're looking for, and then probably missing out on the perfect home. Rather than do that, if we get together for about 30 minutes, I can take down your exact home buying criteria using a special form, even looking at some other properties, that kind of match what you're looking for. And this way, you're in charge. You're the one picking out the homes, and you're going to be way less likely to miss out on the perfect home as they become available. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the guy says, yeah, that makes sense. And then you go back and close for the appointment.
Okay.
Yeah, because I may be putting you off on the appointment just simply because I don't understand the benefit really in getting together face-to-face.
Okay.
In other words, my excuse for I got to check on my wife may be reminiscent of I don't really understand, why this is a big deal.
Right.
So anyway, so that's why you want to, do that. Wishy-washy guys answer objections fully.
Okay. Thanks, Todd.
Yeah, very good, man. You're doing a great job there. And, nice place to be down there in southern Florida. Nobody's going to fault you guys for that, huh? All right, so look, it was a good call. I want to appreciate all of you guys, openly show my appreciation for all of you that raised your hand, participated, and asked questions. That's a big deal. This is the last Platinum Lead Conversion Training call of the year. I want to encourage you not to stop here, though. Get on the role play clinic calls with James McDonald. Get your key, make sure you're on there, and throw everything you got, at James, including the kitchen sink. And let's get better at turning these leads into real appointments. 2015 is going to be the best year ever for our Platinum Program members. You guys are going to make quantum leads. The average income is well over $700,000 a year, per agent in this team, in this program. Many of you making millions of dollars selling real estate. Congratulations. Some of you just getting started, showing up here under a couple hundred, under $250,000 a year. Okay, so our job is to get you there to where you want to be within a short period of time. And it happens doing exactly what we're doing today, just doing a really good job at the basic things. Picking up the phone, making the calls, politely converting people to face-to-face appointments based on things that will benefit them. All right, so I'll leave you with this. The offers that you make to people on the telephone are dictated by how you do things, your process for working with buyers, your process for working with sellers. That equals the offer that you make on the telephone, okay? So remember that. That's why the script that you see in front of you that I've kept up on screen the whole time is written the way that it is. All right? Look, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at the Platinum OSA Workshop in Orlando, January 24th and 25th. Yeah, 24th. Yeah, 24th and 25th. So let's make that a grand old time here at taking this business that we've got and making a quantum leap. So with that, guys, y'all have a fantastic holiday season. Remind everybody about next week. Right? You know what's going on next week? That's right. Next week, I have an interview with a very special program member. Actually, two members are going to be on the webinar with me. We're going to be looking at some video emails that you're not going to want to miss. You're going to pay close attention to. So you'll get an email about that. Don't overlook it. But I'm interviewing some of our very top program members and how they're using video in their email to convert more prospects to come list me. Okay? Yep. You'd like that. All right, great job. You guys go sell some houses. We'll talk to you soon now. On behalf of Craig Proctor and everybody on the, on the coaching side, thanks. We'll see you.